Am I allowed to say I think Casey Radio is making me gay?
Yes. Let's start on that note. It's Friday Night Pints. Frankie just appeared on KC Radio. Now he thinks he's gay. It's a common side effect.
Fucking Zach's like, I think you're gay, dude. I was like,
Zach's shaking his head. He's
what
like, yeah.
bad timing, just got engaged.
To a woman.
Yeah. That's important to point out. Dude, I just have too much fun on KC Radio.
I was just saying a minute ago,
all these thoughts just come out.
We all just let it fly on all of our shows, but I mean, it's just a fucking circus in our studio. It's just, it's madness. And I don't think twice about it because we've done it for so long. But then when I see you get in there and be like, I just like to moan in the airport and I want to like lick my dog's ass.
I didn't say I like to lick my dog's ass. I said I would eat my dog's ass if the Islanders win the Stanley Cup.
Lick is a good distinction.
But an important distinction for this side of the table, at least, maybe even cons, is that like the Islanders aren't like the New York Jets. They're a very good
Now,
hockey
how far
team.
did they go last year?
Eastern Conference Finals.
One goal away from the finals.
Year before that, Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Like 2 years in a row being the second best team in the Eastern Conference. A fucking goal away from the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And Frankie's ready to risk
that's 'cause he's
bestiality
activated.
charges. for it.
Preseason, they had the sixth best chance in the league for me to eat my dog's ass.
Right.
Frankie,
Yeah, this guy just wants to eat his dog's ass. And then afterwards,
you can
get
just not
some,
do anything and it'll happen.
you get some Barstool bites to wash out your mouth. Yeah, it's no big deal. Then you're in the finals and you get to order some Barstool bites to watch your team go on to the Stanley Cup.
Can I say
I know we do a lot
Barstool
of
Sports advertising with us because we can say whatever the fuck we want.
I don't do a lot of transitions, but even Barstool Bites not like to get the dog's taste out of your mouth.
When it's an internal fucking thing.
Bro, lowering the bar yesterday, I puked and they went, "What did you just eat?" And I said, "Barstool Bites available November 3rd," and it was true.
Dude, but here's the thing. Here is the thing. This shit is all fine.
Well, it was a snail that made me puke. I just had Barstool Bites in my stomach.
Barstool Bites has been in the office for the whole week. Every time we go to the kitchen, there's just more and more out there, and I can't stop. I've been eating sandwiches. I've been eating dip. I've been eating Glenny burgers. I'm eating my own line of chicken wings. How fucking, you know, cool is to have your own fucking chicken wings, man?
They're really
That's
good.
unbelievable.
They're really good.
Kevin, I mean, if there's ever a prophecy fulfilled, it's the Colonel.
Right? You're right, man.
How did you guys get around the fucking
try
trademark of
them, and
KFC?
then
Well, if you
Bleep
look,
that out.
I don't think we did.
chaps, I don't know what you're talking about. This says Kevin Francis Clancy.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Does it?
Yeah. KFC's Kevin Francis
What does the
Clancy's
letter say?
chicken wings.
Yeah, wait, it's a parenthetical.
Yeah. So I don't know what you're talking about, sir. But we got wings, we got sandwiches, we got burgers, we got apps, we got dips, we got desserts, we got it all.
I like healthy.
And you can download the Barstool Bites app right now for free. Good. It's got everything you need, and it gets delivered right to your door. I think it's also available on like Uber Eats and DoorDash, all the other food apps, but you can also download it separately, all inspired by your favorite Barstool personalities. We actually got to go to the tasting, which was like one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Yeah.
Because as much as this is like your favorite bar food and appetizers and shit, we teamed up with like very
Chef Mark
legit,
Murphy, Chef Eric Greenberg, I believe. Chef Green is how I know him because we've been out since.
We're guys.
We've taken
We're
him down
boys.
a little bit.
We're boys. I mean, we're talking, these guys are like award-winning chefs. They've been on Chopped, they're on TV, they've got their own restaurants. And so they like wined and dined us with like 11 courses of all the food. It was unbelievable.
This is the same taste testing where I believe I've told this story, where I was the first one there because the testing was by my apartment, and so like everyone was leaving from the office, and I was the first person there because I was like, I'm not gonna come to the office to go back to my apartment. And there was a British guy there. We were just shooting the shit. He's a good guy. We're having fun. And I like Liverpool, the soccer team. He likes Everton. Everton's our rival. And we're kind of like busting each other's balls like we're regular guys. I'm like, oh fuck Everton. Everton sucks. Yada yada. I later leave the restaurant and Google him. He owned Everton.
What? The owner.
He continues to be the chairman of football operations at Everton.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like sort of listening, I'll be honest. I was like,
I could tell I lost all of them.
Focusing on
I was
Not
powering,
super into it.
I was powering through that story. I knew no one was listening.
I was focusing on
What are those in front of you?
And then I heard that you talked shit to the owner of a soccer
If
team.
someone
This is
else had
fried
started talking, I would have stopped, but no
Yeah,
one
it's
said
really
anything.
good.
I knew I had to fill dead air.
This is Casey's fried cauliflower, and it's actually fire.
You have to, I feel like, have the hot sauce with it.
I eat it raw.
By the
but-
way, is the crunching going to be a problem because I've been eating
Yes,
chips
yes.
nonstop?
We should
I know.
probably
I was
all
thinking
finish
that
our
too.
food snacks right
Okay.
about now because everyone's gonna
Well, here,
hate.
let me
starting
start.
out.
The cauliflower is
Wow.
fire.
Come on, huh?
Although the cauliflower is really good, but still my favorite. When we got bamboozled into doing the
you pass me a
Barstool Bites
wing,
launch
Trent?
video,
I'll have a
No,
wing.
these?
Rutgers?
Rutgers, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We were
Ooh.
our team found out
I'll
what
stay
our
with
meals were, and we had cauliflower on ours, and Eddie was just disgusted.
I believe that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it was the
Cauliflower's
contest.
not a Midwest kind of.
No.
The contest was you had to sell them most of your food, and Eddie just goes, "Can't win with cauliflower, boys."
Now, he's not wrong, but that shit is
Yeah, but
good.
that's really
But
good,
that is
yeah.
that's like a.
Because it was deep fried.
That's up there with like you can't win a land war in winter in Russia or whatever that line is. You know what I mean? Can't win with cauliflower.
He's Chicago. Can't win with cauliflower, boys.
How about the time? So you did that. You made an ass of yourself in front of that guy who owned Everton, and we could put that up there with when we were all assholes to the owner of the Bucks when they were in the middle of their fucking title run. we went to Chicago. We went to Milwaukee for the Bucks, and we flew there and back the same night. So we land in Teterboro, and then we were getting our Uber, and the Uber was like 20 minutes away, so we were there for a while. So we're sitting in the lobby, if you will, of the Teterboro airport, which is all private jets and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And we're kind of laying there like half asleep, like, and half drunk, tired, and this guy walks in and he's like, clearly everyone's landing was coming from the game. And he's like, oh, we're all wearing Bucks gear. He's like, oh, you guys fans? And we're like, kinda, whatever, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, were you there? And we're like, yes, we were there, dude. And he's like, are you fans of the team? And tonight we were, because of our company. He's a company you work for. We're like, Barstool, would you like shut the fuck up, old man? You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, cool. Well, like, appreciate the support, because I own the team. So thank you guys.
Jeez.
And it was like, oh, you dumb fucking assholes. Yeah.
Is it just like that too?
He said,
Like, fuck you guys.
he said, I appreciate the support. And we said like, oh, like, yeah, you're a Bucks fan too? And he's like, yeah, I own them. He literally said, I own them.
What an unbelievable feeling that must be. Yeah. Like, because every person, I feel like, no matter, even if you don't like sports, like, would you like to own a professional team? Yes, I would. I would very much like that.
Yeah.
And then to actually do it, to have the money, like, can you imagine calling your mom after you bought a like,
team.
oh yeah, bought the Braves.
Yeah.
Shit.
Unreal, man. And then of course we pop up and we're like, look, we were at the game. We were doing drinking beer. Jane of Beers did a thing where he was chugging. And he was like, yeah, go away, you skills.
You'd already
Get off
screwed
of me.
yourselves
Yes,
at that point.
Absolutely. And I think he's worth like 2.8 billion. And
Casually.
it's just like fucking nuts. How about, like, I remember me and my buddies used to dream about winning Powerball
Yes.
to buy a franchise because it was about that. Like, I remember you could buy
Yeah,
the
but you
Miami
always-
Heat for like 400 million
Yeah,
bucks
you
at
had to
one
look at
point.
like
Now
a
it's
shitty team.
Yeah.
And that's why it worked out good for me. Like when we were playing the like, oh, I
But
can
now,
own the
dude,
Jags easy.
Now, now
Work
the
at Wendy's
Jags
for a
are
couple
probably like
shifts.
3.2 billion.
Right, like I don't think
you
you
know
can
what I mean?
in nothing under $1 billion. Certainly in the
No,
NFL.
when that Shad Khan bought the Jags, it was $700 million, and Forbes recently they did a new evaluation. It was $2.3 billion.
Now,
What was that
And
return?
that's less than 10 years. Like
Yeah.
having your investment that's $700 million, 300% return.
I mean, that's what a hot tub in your stadium will do for you.
Yeah,
'cause,
exactly.
we know it's
right.
not the fucking
Well, it
product.
doesn't have heat, it's just a regular pool.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's lots of dead skin floating in there. Do not get in the Jags pool. It's
I have
disgusting.
a take that I think
mostly
is,
my
is controversial, I guess, but like bad owners shouldn't make money. Like I was always like, how do owners make money? Like, how
Well,
does,
the bad owners make the most money.
yeah, that's what doesn't make sense to me.
That's
But
why
how?
relegation's the best
Because
model
they
that
don't
there is.
miss it.
Ah,
But
so
like,
they just
like,
keep
like
for
they people are like,
themselves.
oh yeah, they all split the gate. No, they all split the TV ratings, and they all split this. I'm like, no. If your team isn't on national TV, you shouldn't get the ad.
Donald-
for that.
Donald-
Well, it's the
Sterling
same
was the
thing
most
with
lucrative
jerseys.
owner.
Like that's the most misconstrued thing. Like, oh, they did it just to sell jerseys. No owner cares about selling
Right.
jerseys unless it's in the stadium. Because
Right.
other than that, it's profit share.
Right.
Yeah, and like doesn't I actually didn't think the players made any money. The players made like
No,
25%.
the owners do, but it's like they split all the jersey money up unless you sell it inside your home stadium on your team's website. Everything else stays the same. Like you get your money. It doesn't matter. So why would Shad Khan really care if if Brady's still selling his 500,000 jerseys a year?
Right.
Who cares?
Did
if
you
Brady's selling
see they
jerseys?
made 500,000 vinyl copies of Adele's album?
Really?
It's the most ever made. They said other music acts have been bumped from like the fucking record factory. It sounds like there's like one that makes them.
well, because
But-
dude, I still haven't got. I just got Evermore.
Yeah,
Is it
I
Taylor
think
Swift
Taylor's
album?
like the only other one that's like. I was interested to see how many they made for her because the articles I was reading
500,000 vinyls
said
a lot.
that like Adele, like 500,000 vinyl records is apparently like preposterous. They were like,
Oh, I mean,
we've
like,
never.
vinyl's
It's like
like
gonna shatter the record sales, like literal record sales.
I just bought Taylor Swift's Red. That was like $60.
Yeah.
So the vinyl.
Imagine you sell like 500,000 copies of your album, and instead of being, $19 or whatever, it's fucking 60.
I don't know how much because
You know
I
what
think
would be
it's
a
like
flex?
Taylor's is a double.
I'm only dropping vinyl.
Dude, Adele would still sell as many as she was
Yeah.
going to
Yeah, I
sell.
don't know if
anyway.
she'd sell one single.
She is probably the one person in music right now that could sell anything on any device on whatever you wanted to
30
do.
Do you like
million.
Adele?
It's 30
What?
million.
Do you like Adele?
Of course.
Do you like Adele?
I love her.
Gives me the weepies, yeah.
I
How
like
do you
Adele
not?
just fine.
You don't like Adele?
No, I'm saying, how do you not like her?
I think
She's bad.
I like
I
Adele.
missed her.
Yeah, I will like run out.
Thank
anything
God
more
for
than
her
that.
voice.
Right. Yeah, I'm fine with her.
Yeah, can you imagine being the person I would never date? Like she would date me anyways.
Oh,
but
I would date the fuck out of Adele.
Oh no, because then if you imagine everybody listening to songs about how big of a dick you are whenever it's eventually over, that'd be the worst.
Oh,
like
no,
this
but
dude that's got just
I
a
would
divorce.
worship the
This
ground
is
she
gonna
walks
be.
on.
If you're like, this album is
But
about her
then-
divorce and she sold
I feel like-
500,000 vinyl
Yeah, but who
copies.
cares?
But then if you're a perfect significant other, then you don't get the good music. People
Yeah.
are going to start getting
Yeah.
mad at you for
That's
that.
like-
you
Yeah.
just
Breakups.
I'd be the villain. I'd be a reverse
I feel like
Yoko.
you
what if-
self-sabotage your own marriage to get
Yeah.
music again.
Yes, yeah.
Like-
Or if
smart
you're
play.
that guy and you're good in a relationship with her, you got to bring her every sad story you see.
Yeah.
Be like, you see
I saw
this
a baby,
fucking
like,
puppy
you know.
dead.
People have said that about
You need a
Taylor Swift in the
notepad?
past, right? Like, you don't want to, like, dating Taylor Swift is a bit of a risk because if...
You
get put on blast.
But isn't
Right.
dating
But-
everyone a bit of a risk? It's
Yeah.
just some people have bigger microphones in front of them.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a
no
big
matter
difference.
what, you're getting Seward to her friends. It's just
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has
A lot of
millions
friends.
I'm sure some of our significant others are like, this
Do
isn't
you really
great.
think badly about significant other? Like, I don't. I don't think badly about any of these.
No, but I
significant
think I definitely think these artsy people are like, I can get some material out of
Oh,
this, so
no,
I'm going to
100%.
do
But
it
I mean,
on
like, as
purpose.
a public, like, I don't think Adele's ex-husband is bad now because of her music.
Oh,
my
I see what
entire
you mean.
perception
Feel badly
of-
about, like, you think
Yeah.
badly about them.
Yeah, I don't think
unless,
badly about
unless
them.
it's like something horrible, probably not.
Yeah.
But
I think differently
Yeah.
about Jay-Z after Lemonade. I gotta be honest.
Okay, that's different. That's different.
What are you doing, Jay-Z? It's
I
fucking
know.
Beyonce.
That's different.
but that was the point when everybody was like girls were like, I mean, if Beyonce can't like, get the job done, then we're
Yeah.
all fucked.
Dude, and
She
that's,
gets cheated on, we
I
all
was
do.
scrolling
Right.
TikTok last
I
night,
wonder if
like
Jason
through the
Sudeikis
Adele,
can't get
like
it
because
done.
I wanted to hear some other people sing it. And
R.I.P.
Adele's speech, where she's getting like the Grammy for best record or whatever, popped up. And when she starts talking to Beyonce and Jay-Z sitting there, and she's like, "Your Lemonade album is so powerful. It impacted so many women and black women." And Jay-Z's like,
Once again, I think
in
you're
my
well within your
defense, she
rights
did have really good hair.
to say you're welcome. Be like,
You're Jay-Z?
I created. I'm the muse for this.
I definitely think there's some talk behind the scenes too of like, hey babe, I'm gonna make an album out of this. You know that, right? And he's like, oh yeah, word.
Yeah,
That's probably an agreement not to get a divorce.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do
This album,
this.
we're
And,
gonna
like,
get
everybody's
done.
back in on Jay-Z for the most part.
Oh,
He's
nobody
just
cares.
inducted into the Rock and Roll
Yeah.
Hall of
That's why
Fame.
all
Like,
of this
just
shit
got
is
Instagram
like,
for a day.
yeah, he's
But
got
it's
Yes.
affected him too because he started growing his hair out. Like he's having.
I heard he just does that between albums. He just doesn't cut his hair between albums. I don't know if that's
Really?
true or not.
I mean, it's been a-
I saw a single tweet about it.
Yeah, but he doesn't make music anymore.
No,
I
I
don't
believe
think,
say
right?
it's gonna be growing
I'm
for a long
also-
time.
Yeah.
Right, it usually hasn't.
I also believe it now.
Yeah.
If you saw a
Just
tweet
what's
about
wrong
it, I
with
believe
that?
it.
Right,
What's wrong
because
with
this
that
is
story?
definitely the longest it's been between albums for Jay-Z.
Yeah, but I thought he was
imagine.
done making music.
No, he's still. I mean, he was on
No,
Kanye's
Jay-Z
album.
can't be done.
He was on
Isn't that
Donda.
weird though? Like when, like, there's really no reason to stop making music. It's not like athletics where you can't anymore.
It used
Yeah.
to not be cool. Like I remember when Eminem was coming up, he would always talk about, "I'm gonna be done by the time I'm 30. Like I
Yeah.
gotta be." And he,
Yeah.
I think his first album came out when he was 26, but he was always just like, "I gotta get out. Like if you stay too long,
I mean,
you're a loser."
it's
And he
depending on
did
the type of
exactly
music.
that.
Jay-Z was like, the Black Album's my last album. He put out like 10 more after that, you know? Everybody says that,
I mean-
but then you want more money.
And now, granted, my scope of understanding of making albums is strictly from watching documentaries. Seems like it's a grind to make an album. So
also
I can
think-
understand why you
I
want to
think
like
it's
not
tough.
do that.
I think it's tough when you're a rapper too. Like he got criticism where people were like, we don't care about like the art hanging on your wall, dude. It
Right.
used to be like I was working the corner,
Right.
and I'm a drug dealer and I'm fucking bitches and I got my guns and that's all
Right.
this weird shit
And
that we.
how
It's
many
almost like you're
different-
watching a movie
Right.
star, like an actor.
How many albums can Eminem possibly make about being the best?
Right.
He said that I
And,
wasn't,
well,
and
I
I
mean,
am.
Pusha T's been making albums about being a coke dealer for
Forever.
2
But
decades.
probably still
And
doing
it's actually
it.
works.
But he's probably still
I
doing
feel
it.
like Eminem can. I love Eminem.
Do you still like his new shit?
Not as much. I was
Yeah.
more of like a 2013 Eminem stan.
I was looking up.
2013?
Yeah, like,
that's
like
pretty late, yeah.
Marshall Mathers. It was.
I
that's like my
did a
album.
thing with Bob. We sat down and I talked about when the Slim Shady LP came out because he wasn't like really old enough to understand
Or
that.
born?
Where it was like he barely, bro. And so we started going through like his record sales. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because even like his like after he fell off, like I think Relapse, Recovery, which was a good album, but late. I think that went diamond.
Yeah.
Wow, like that's going diamond. It's
No.
crazy. I
Jesus.
think like Kamikaze sold 5 million.
Right.
even
Like,
heard of Kamikaze.
yeah, I mean he's still.
God.
It's like it's just
What's,
funny.
what's the song from Kamikaze? Was there a song I know?
That's the.
It was the one with like the. It was right around the MGK beef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when he just like.
But I don't even know if
throw
that
shade at
song's
him.
on the
Is
album.
Rap
but
God
that
on that one?
Nope, no,
No.
it's not
That's
Rap God.
new
I couldn't. We
release.
went through the track listing and I was like, I don't know these.
Really?
And it sold 5
And
million.
if you don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
When's the
What's
last
the
time you went
album?
through the game stats? Like when the game first came out?
Yeah.
Documentary is such a good
Insanity.
album.
Really?
Yeah.
Insanity.
Well, that's the thing. There's an
The
interview.
game?
Yeah, he sold something something insane, like 5 million copies in the first week.
Yeah.
And it was his first album, like his very first one, and he dropped it and he was like, well, I just shattered every rap record.
Shout out to G Unit. But 50 Cent did an interview where he was like, and 50 Cent when he came out, then the club sold more records than anybody had almost ever.
Yeah.
And he did an interview and he was like, I haven't even come close to how many records Eminem has sold. Like not
Eminem-
even close.
Eminem,
Like 5%.
it's like people like the Beatles and the Eagles and Whitney Houston and then Eminem as like a rapper who like he's not touching like moms and grandparents. Like it's just that the demo of like young people and he's got like 35 million albums sold. It's
Young white
fucking
kids.
nuts.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, hell yes, I am
really
also
like
from
punk rock.
8
Right,
Yes.
exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, he was a monster.
I was trying to convey to Bob like it was like in Congress having meetings about him.
Yeah.
Like shit that's just
Right.
fucking insane. And also, I mean, the lyrics are just like.
But do you think everybody cringes now? Like, if you have a rap show, like if you have an award show that's like the VMAs, and if it's like the Grammys, and Eminem, you put everything now, and Eminem comes out with his blonde hair, and there's like 50 other people that have their hair dyed.
Oh, if he were
I
to do
think
what he
everybody's
did
like,
now?
look at this fucking.
Yeah,
nerd."
yeah.
No, I think
Well,
I mean,
no.
like, it's nostalgia probably in play, but like I think that's the worst. We had like all of them
Yeah,
coming out.
everybody's going around.
That was so you just had like the Slim Shady Army.
I remember
Yeah.
sitting at my buddy Derek White's house in the backyard, and we were watching it after he had jerked. Oh, he had jerked off to Janet Jackson.
Jesus, you fucking stuttered at the wrong time. Frankie, fucking ears hurt,
Yeah, we were
Oh,
jerking
yeah,
each
so
other off
we
watching Eminem.
kind of got off track with Barstool Bites, but Frankie said he's gay now, right?
Well, no, I said going on KFC
KFC
radio
yeah,
makes me sometimes
The gay
question.
agenda is Zach's been
Sometimes
pushing
makes
it here.
me question like my sexuality
See, that's
because
what we
the
do
things
here.
that we say on that
That's
show
what we
are
do at
insane.
KC Radio. We let everybody realize you're all a little bit gay.
Yeah, that's what I was
Which I think is
telling
fine.
Pat that. Pat thought he was gonna have a gay podcast, and it was just gonna be like,
Too late.
all right, we're the gayest podcast in Barstool. No, sir.
You are. You might be the gayest.
Come through this first.
Listen, you go sit down with Pat and Joey. It's the gayest podcast at Barstool, but it's the second gay podcast at Barstool. And you got beat by about 10 years, brother.
Dude, we spent like 20 minutes looking at a dude's balls.
Yeah,
Super
we
gay.
did. We did. It was.
Oh yeah, Chaps. I didn't. I
Yeah,
told
can I
Chaps you
see?
could see him.
Oh, I want to see.
You won't believe these balls.
You won't believe him.
You won't
Is
believe
this the guy
not
with
believe
the he came in the office?
No, he hasn't been here yet, right?
No, so
Who are you talking about?
The yakking on the guy that had like a ball the size of a yam or something.
Oh yeah,
What?
that guy was
So that's just a
he
tumor?
was I think it was the
That's what the
vaccine
comparison was. A yam.
Or
What?
yam
The
pretty big.
vaccine guy was
But it's just
Yeah.
a weird thing that they got a
It couldn't
fucking
be like a
yam.
football?
Wait, the guy who sent me a picture of his?
Yeah.
That ball wasn't that big. No yam.
Yeah.
I
Ready?
don't
Yeah.
know how you could live like that.
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Do you want to see that or not?
Yeah.
So just so you're prepared, he was backing up, so it's from behind. Just so you understand.
You're not going to believe it. I just saw it. That's ridiculous.
I mean, honest to God, that looks like a pale hippo. Like it looks
Yeah.
like a pale.
I feel like I'm like a kindergarten teacher. Like, show
Show and tell.
Dude, Bert's gonna come in here on Saturday and
Bert,
fight us.
I actually do think Bert is probably gonna be like, Can you stop now?
Yeah.
Like, enough's enough.
Yeah, this won't be mentioned in the headline or anything like that.
Yeah, we've done.
Why
We've
not?
milked
That'll get
this
so
cow.
many clicks.
We have milked this cow.
Put it
Literally, I
on
think
the
you
air.
could milk Bert.
You just mentioned show and tell. I don't know. This is way off topic, and maybe Chaps, you can chime in here too. Do they still do show and tell at school?
Oh, they
Every Friday.
absolutely do.
Really?
Every Friday?
How
Really?
do you have so many things to show?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm like, here, fucking put this in your bag. Literally just grab something and like go.
I have a napkin.
Whoa!
My kid brought my medals like out of my office. Didn't even tell me.
Come on.
See?
That's like
Here's
My daddy's a hero. Shut the fuck
I didn't realize I was gonna turn on the plane.
You got fucking a
Sorry
napkin.
for
you got
serving the
fucking-
country, guys. Apologize.
But like we were
Purple
just saying,
heart.
like Kevin said, like give him a ruler, take it, like, oh, it's 12 inches, that's great. Medals, then
I
it's
didn't
like,
give it
wow.
to them. They stole it.
Oh.
But you would have given it.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Totally.
But that's early. You gotta. I feel like you gotta save the Purple Heart. You bring the Purple Heart early in school.
Disagree. They started a new school this year. So I think they went in being like, look.
boss.
My dad's a badass.
I can't wait for career day.
Yeah, how's that gonna go?
Show the balls. Like, they'll love that. Check this out. This is what I do.
Just show him this episode of Friday Night Pints. That's it.
See this guy? He looked at dog's ass.
I don't know who like knows what, you know. I know like one teacher once leaned in and was like, "I love your videos on Instagram," and it was like the day after I did Odell Beckham having girls like shit on his chest or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Clem was talking about his kid's teacher knows who, like, because his kid was talking to the teacher like, "Oh, my dad does this," and the teacher was like, "Oh, I know." And so then when Clem told us about that on Podfathers, I was like, so that means your kid's teacher knows that you treat your wife's nipples in order to have her have the baby. And he's like, fuck, now that's all I'm going to think about. That parent teacher like, yeah, I gave him a twist.
I think at some point I'm just gonna have to just disappear from the
ether,
job
yeah.
and the internet and just be like maybe
I
change
think
my
it's too
name.
late, bro.
Well, it's definitely too late for like me, but like maybe for my kids.
Too late. I think.
It's
I think
not
for
the-
all of us. Even
it's
for
not
my
the
future
kids
kids.
that
I think it's just
bothers.
lives, right? It just
That's
lives
why
on
I'm like,
forever.
I gotta get this money, man, because otherwise,
Well, this is all
for
for
nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
Seriously, it's like all of the negatives that are coming out of this.
And none of the
Like, but
positives.
we have a fucking
We got a nice
Colorado
house.
kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah. Not only do I need to get this money, I gotta like spend it. You know, it's not gonna be like we got you a good college fund. It's gonna be like I got you a fucking DeLorean that flies.
Great.
It's like why? Because I used to talk about eating dogs' asses with my coworkers. Yeah, that's your fault. That's your fault. You
Oh,
are
fuck.
indirectly affecting my kids' lives with your ridiculousness.
Oh my god. I saw
Just
that on
wait till
Twitter
they
this
get to
morning. I
high
was
school,
like,
Kevin.
fuck. That had a hangover.
Dude,
I was
they'll
like, what
do that.
happened last night?
100%. They'll tweet like
The clips are what get you.
I'm like son of a like, cause you forget what you say on shows.
Podcasting
He's
is a
talking about some
real
foreplay.
thing.
Yep.
It's four of us just sitting in a fucking room
Yep.
talking to each other.
These are
And
things
then
that
there's
should
like
not be recorded.
400,000
You
people
forget that
listening
there's
to it.
people listening
Yes.
all the
Big
time.
time.
Are you guys actually worried about it though?
Nope.
No.
I'm not.
I don't
I'm
really
really
care.
not.
Maybe
Maybe because I don't have kids, but
Yeah,
like
the
I just
kids bother
I
me.
understand.
That's
I totally
it.
get that.
Otherwise, I don't give a
But like
fuck.
I just don't give
That's
a fuck.
why I
think-
can't even imagine if I was single with no kids, no ex-wife, none of that. I mean, I would be out of control. Yeah. Like the things that I say now. Imagine if it was truly like, because I still will have a moment where I'm like, don't say that. There would be none of that.
Do you really have that? You have
Yeah.
that governor?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That's scary, right?
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things I don't say.
Huh.
Which is like, Jesus Christ.
I'm with Trent. I was thinking of it today, like apropos.
Yeah,
of
because
nothing,
you're just
that,
like
like
distracted.
nothing matters. Like you'll say something, people get mad for a little bit, and then they'll forget, and then
Right.
they'll stop. And
Like,
then,
I-
they'll still get mad about something else,
I don't
and they'll stop
have
getting
I
mad.
don't have like the parent thing, the like my aunts and my like if they see it like this is just my life.
We're
This
in
is just what we're
simulation
doing.
anyway, so
Yeah.
That's not.
you know.
That's the largest thing that day. People get worked up for 24 hours and they'll
Yeah.
fucking move on to something else, and that's
There's so few
that's just what
things that
life
people
is.
care about for
Yeah.
longer than a day.
Yeah, and I think if
100%.
you do care about something for more than a day and you allow yourself to get hung up on like that, you're just a miserable person.
Yeah.
I
Go
mean,
ahead,
we're
go
talking
ahead.
about, like,
Have
your
at it.
personal
Be
life, that's
miserable.
I was
different.
gonna say,
Yeah.
talk to the masses who still talk about my divorce, please.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys
That's
could maybe
obviously-
speak to them, yeah.
Yeah.
But also like there is a part, and maybe there is with you guys or not, but like your kids are young and they're gonna see it and they're gonna be like, what? Like I don't even know what this is. Like this is
They're gonna be
crazy.
like, dude, dad's a pussy. Like they're gonna see me like Frankie talking about fucking.
They're like, "Dad's gay."
I don't need to keep
That's
talking
what they're
Frankie.
gonna say.
I'll be like, didn't know Dad was gay.
But I think
I mean, I got a 16 and a half year old. So I'm like,
Yeah, you're.
It is weird when you go into the band hall and they're like, holy shit, your dad's Jets from Barstool?
And you're like old enough to be. Yeah.
it's gotta
But
be
I think like when you see like see like words your parents used to say, and it's like you used to say like skibbity doo. I don't know words, but like and they're gonna be like you know when you think like oh that's like so pure those old words you say oh shucks there's one bam shucks
yeah.
and like that was a word they said and like and they're
Groovy?
like they're gonna think of the things we say
Groovy.
as nondescript as that.
Yeah. No, I mean I get that, but
Treat you like a pussy for saying
I also
pussy.
think-
Yeah,
but-
yeah,
but
you bitch.
whenever you talk about any of this shit, the internet, all of that old stuff happened without the internet. The internet is a game changer. That's like you can't. It's gonna be different because we've said so much and publicly said it, and it is a game changer that all of this is like out there and we're all interconnected. And
Yeah.
You can't
just
hide
think-
your personality either. Your kids know who you are. They know what you think is actually funny versus what you don't. Even as
I don't know about that right now.
But
They
but
definitely do.
there's some things that they you don't need to hear from you.
Well, no, but you
About
don't want
parents,
to hear them
you
talking
know.
about sex and shit,
Right,
like
that's what I
that
mean.
stuff. But they know once they get older, they'll be able to deduce that's what you're kind of like.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's your.
Also, what about like an actor and actress's kids? Like they
True.
watch
True.
Mommy and Daddy
But I
bang
think
on
that
them.
those
I
kids
think
are usually
Tom
weird.
Cruise and Nicole
The
Kidman's
thing
kid,
about-
mom and dad fucking in Eyes Wide Shut.
I think
what I mean.
podcasting and internet entertainment is still new enough that it's not accepted yet. The same way that people are like
I agree with that.
like when the same way that I feel this all the time where it's like if I miss it's the middle of Thanksgiving and I have to like make a video for the football game or something and people are kind of like do you have to like do that right now like the family's here it's like if I had a job if I missed Thanksgiving because I was an actor in a movie they would just be like oh he's an actor
They don't respect it.
yeah, they don't respect it.
Yeah.
And it's getting there because
100%.
we're making money and it's becoming lucrative and people are legit famous off of it. But it's still this like this.
But it's not as
It's
uncommon as when you
non-conventional
first
thing.
started, though.
Still
Like,
outcast.
When you,
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
when you guys first started Barstool, and it was like just you, Keith, John, and Dave and Dan. Like when you're just doing that, even YouTube stars weren't like a thing.
Right.
Yeah. So, but
So
now
it's
there's-
definitely
they all watch
for
YouTube. They
sure.
all watch reality. That's the only thing they
But
really
but
watch.
the way that people think that like because it's like sports or girls or entertainment and gossip that it's like yeah it's fun and funny but it's still like a job and it's
Oh.
still
Yeah.
And just because my version of work is like a silly video doesn't mean it's not like this is what pays the fucking bills.
Right, there's always at least still one family member when I go back home that'll be like, "You make money doing that?"
Yes. Like, when does that? When does that?
I moved. I don't live here anymore. Like, what do you think I did that on hopes and dreams?
And like
That costs
when
money.
you get to the day when you meet somebody and when they ask you your job, you're not going to hesitate.
Yeah,
That's like my biggest
or
thing.
know what to say. Do I say I'm a
Yes.
writer, a
Digital
blogger,
media.
a podcast, or
Yeah.
It's
If
like
you're doing your taxes, like what's your profession?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I still, I have no idea what to
Yeah.
put.
Yeah.
I don't either. It was so much easier when we had Sirius because I could put radio host.
Right.
Wait, we
People
talked
like,
about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
that was so much easier. Then.
right now it's
Now.
like I do videos on TikTok.
Well, have you ever seen a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Say, you know,
You
especially
ever
for
seen
you.
a pumpkin? That's not fucking
Speaking of this maybe becoming a real job, can we talk about you guys not doing your expense reports because it's outrageous?
Oh, this is our
That's
problem
just
too.
money
We
that people
started
are
the
leaving
show
out
with,
there.
Let's start the show with expense reports, and we're now I don't know 45 minutes in.
Yep.
Wait, they don't like do it to get money back?
They don't
Nope.
do it.
Don't do it.
So
Why?
Spend their own money and then don't
Right,
get it reimbursed.
So John just
Oh
said
my
it, but
God.
we've been doing that Chicks in the Office tour where we go around and to different places, and Rhea will go out to dinner, all of us, and somebody will pay and be like, all right, make sure you expense that, and Rhea will be like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, it's free money.
It's
Like, why would
free.
you
I
pay
would
for an
love-
I'm not
expensive dinner if
arguing
you don't
against
have
it.
to?
I should do it. You're right.
So you're saying you make too much money?
No,
No, 'cause I definitely
I'm
need
not.
it.
It's too
I
lazy
don't
to
fucking need it.
screenshot a
I
receipt.
don't.
I'd argue the
Like,
antithesis of
I
that
hate having to
statement.
put what it's for. Like for me, expense reports, I don't do them a lot of times either because I just don't like to feel like
it's a
I'm working
chore.
at a business. Like
It's a fucking chore.
when I open it up and I have to put in like I got this hamburger because I was
Yeah,
hungry.
but it's like when you
Make
look
enough
at
money.
if I went out right, if we had a steak dinner and we all got fucking bottles of wine and shit like that, but if I'm like going through the airport and I get a sub,
Yeah,
it is not worth $14.
It's
I
probably the
also-
same
It
rules as
is,
like
though.
Yes, it is.
It's worth $14.
And in fact, it is worth those full $14.
It's just not.
My thing too.
You cannot
I
take the
used
boy
to be
out of
like I don't know.
Iowa. I love it.
I'm from Minnesota. So
I need
feel
to.
that.
I needed to like take an Uber
Midwest
somewhere.
vibes.
So like.
No, but I also think it shows the divide of who here has lived in the real world and worked in the real world versus who just came here as their first
just
job?
the damn
point.
thing.
Hey, bro, did you work in
I just said I don't.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
worked
me
the
too.
You
rich.
were in the military though. There was no
Kevin's done.
expenses in the military.
Your argument is falling apart in front of your eyes.
That's actually
No.
a valid point.
DTS is
we
a
were
thing.
both in corporate
You have
jobs.
to do. I used to travel all the time with the president. Another flex.
But
It's just a chore. It's just like one little thing I don't want to do.
I'm
But I know it's stupid, and I want to know the psychology behind
Right,
it.
'cause
I would
I-
love somebody to figure out why
I
am the
usually
way I am.
align with you guys like on like I don't want to do something. There's no real logic behind it.
Right.
I'm
But I
legit
just don't want
shocked
to
that
do it.
Trent's an expense report guy.
Yeah,
Me too.
you're
Shocking.
betraying us.
Dude, I thought you would have anxiety of like opening up all the apps, seeing the numbers of what you owe.
I did
don't
it
even
first, but then
return
once you
tax.
break
But
the
see-
seal, it's like, oh, this is
No,
my
I
money.
disagree. 'Cause
Yeah.
anytime I do it, it's actually been kind of like.
Oh no!
I would argue
the
also
few
though,
times I've
too-
done it, it's unbelievable.
No, I must be doing it wrong then.
I'm
So-
aware.
It's so easy and it's
There is a
satisfying that
sense
when you
of anxiety
finish.
with it though, where
No,
you're
there's-
like, I have
well,
all
if you
this
let it
money,
go
I
too
gotta
long.
This much-
remember.
even just like I gotta like log into my Verizon and find my bill to like screenshot it and all
Yep.
that. That's too much for me.
Oh, I
'Cause
just-
I don't
I
like
actually-
even know my Verizon login and it always is
You
wrong.
don't
I
have
gotta
to get
answer a
the
security
expense,
question
like,
and then I gotta
certain
find.
amount of
I don't know.
I just think what G has
That
is
might be
like,
worth
I'm
it.
doing it yet, but I also have
No.
What's that?
Like, that may be
Gotten
worth
opportunity
$150 to
expense.
I'm
not
just
answer
telling
the
you,
question.
it's
Yeah,
so
not on that
satisfying when
level
you hit
yet.
submit and you know you're gonna get money,
Yes.
more money.
I need to
Yeah.
do that.
But also,
I
think
have
you-
to do my expense reports. I want that known.
I think like
Right.
I haven't done them from like Oregon yet.
I was just gonna
Dude,
say, you guys travel
nightmare.
so much.
Well, then
I
you're.
put, like-
wait, you don't do
you're
yours?
outside
That's
the
right. You
company
travel.
policy.
You guys travel so much.
We travel so much.
I haven't done my shit for a long time.
Here's
Bro,
what-
that's just
all right,
money
here's
that's
what-
out there.
Expire?
No.
Hopefully not. I
think
don't.
it might.
I think it does.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
It definitely
You're
told us
only
3
supposed-
months.
You only have 60
I'm gonna
days.
do it anyway, and I'm gonna do it before this video comes out.
Here's
Tonight.
what it all boils down to is that I will do it. I will start a service at this company where I will do your expense reports for you, and I just take 15%.
That's a great.
Oh, I was gonna argue 10. I mean 10.
Settle down.
It might be 20% now that you guys are bitching about it.
You know what? Because he knew everybody would give him ballyhoo about doing
I will give you
15%.
5%.
I think I'd rather
It's
get.
free money, so it's worth that 5%, isn't it, Trent?
Guess what, Trent? Trent, I got you 10%.
Yeah.
All right, we have a deal. 5%.
10%. Let's do it.
But then you have to collect all your receipts to give it to him. It's the same.
I don't want to do any of this.
Yeah, I think about that. I think about that too.
Dude, you don't even
Like,
have to collect, you just gotta take a picture. It's
Yeah.
You know
so
what
easy these days.
What I really fucking need, and I've been saying this forever, is I want like a little assistant.
Yeah.
That's a little person
Spider?
who just like, huh? Spider?
They
Need a
be a
spider.
little-
I need
they
a
have to be a
personal
little
spider.
person?
Does it have to be
I
a
kind of want
little
them to be like a little person. Yes. Like I don't want him to be taller than me. That'd be great. Because then I
all
feel
the
like
way.
ridiculous. I feel like eventually he'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing this."
do my work.
I need someone to pay my parking tickets and shit like that because that always gets out of hand for me. Things that I know, it's like I always get these parking tickets for fucking alternate side of the street parking, which is a fucking farce. But I go to pay it like right then and there, and it's like, oh, your ticket's not in the system yet. Well, then it's done.
Yes.
I made my effort, and then I can't. And I willingly know that this is going to escalate to like from $75 to like $200, and then I'm gonna like be there's gonna be like a fucking warrant out for my
Yeah,
arrest.
technically,
I'm just
yeah.
not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I just whatever that block is, I'm just like I am making my life more difficult, and I just continue to do it. What's wrong with me?
I don't
figured
know.
that one.
I just think you
out.
gotta
I
get
do
over that
understand
hump.
that to some degree.
to like pushing off things like that.
Yeah, like my mom and dad will always be like, why don't you like return it and get your money back? I'm like, it's just easier to keep it in my room instead of returning. I actually get where you're coming from a
Pretty
business
much my whole
standpoint.
life is like do or do not do, and I just choose do not do.
Yeah.
There's so many tasks around my house that I
I mean, this
have
is
to
called
do.
depression, actually.
That I have to do, and I know that I want them done, and they aren't very much work. But I look at it, I'm like, I don't want to do that
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
And that's been going on for a year.
I do
Ever
see.
since I moved to New
I think
York.
it might have
yeah.
been.
It's like, do I need to unpack this? No.
No.
I think it
I'm
might have
just
been
gonna
Ted
travel
Lasso.
again. I'll just wear these same clothes.
It's either Ted Lasso or Lil Dicky and Dave, but somebody was like depressed, and they were like displaying that. They were showing that.
Yeah.
And it was like check, check, check. You know, it was
Yeah.
like the dishes were in the sink and like the apartment
Ted
wasn't
Lasso.
clean. Yeah. Right. Okay. It was that? And I was like, oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is me and my life to a T.
It
But I
took
don't
you
think
that to realize? Like, have you not listened to your own show?
I know. I said this. I said it to like earlier this year. I was like, I'm not like really depressed, and John was like,
Are there levels of depression?
Yes.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Certainly.
saying.
There's a
I don't.
scale.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm not like suicidal. I'm not like I can't get out of bed. But it's like I won't like. like put away the
You won't do
groceries or
mundane
some shit
tasks.
because I don't do any mundane tasks.
Okay.
Yeah. That's depression.
I love how you guys help each other out. Like, oh, don't worry about that.
I'm so sure.
Kevin, I haven't done mundane tasks since I was like 14 years old.
You
and
didn't
my
even go to
life
school
has
on
been
that.
Trent, by the way, did you get my text?
What?
Yeah,
You
go
got my
ahead.
text?
You what?
Now we're
For
all
John-
experts.
For John.
Everyone's a mental health expert, so.
John,
Ask John.
I need to know if you're still
Oh,
eating
yeah.
when you sleep.
Thanks.
If you're still,
If you're still eating when he sleeps.
I just here. I'll show you a picture. It's roasted in the balls.
John is now.
I just said, just so you know, that's from the Detroit Barstool hockey trip. I just sent him my receipts.
John is sending me pictures of receipts now, which is perfect. That's what I want.
yeah, this is your life now.
Can I get
Sign
in
up
on
to
that
become an
too?
accountant, sir.
Trey, can I get in on it too?
For 5, and you did it all for 5%.
10.
I got
You're
you 10.
gonna
I
get
got
it
you
into
10.
your account, and then you're gonna Venmo him money.
Yeah, I might have to talk to the people upstairs about how we're
I
going to do
can't
that.
wait for none of this to come to fruition. Trench is doing work.
Where is this
5%,
picture?
aka 0%.
Trey, you're gonna have to keep track of who owes you what.
It's gonna be fucked up when Trent has to go sit by like Daniela's.
Trent's gonna just be
Yeah,
like
they're
Wajia. Jordan up there.
The other night I got some chocolate and I ate.
Disgusting.
I
So
woke
you're
up
still-
in
is it still
bed.
happening?
That's your bed?
Yeah.
John!
John.
I eat in my sleep now and I
So
just
this is
get
still
like.
Let me see this.
I get.
Dude, you need a straight
Jesus.
jacket.
No,
That's not okay, John.
Oh, how'd you know that was ice cream immediately?
Is that ice cream?
You know what?
Justin's peanut butter.
No.
What's crazy?
He's doing it.
What's
I know,
crazy?
it's so
He at
fucked
least now knows that it's wild. But he used to be like Charlie Kelly, where he'd be like, I was laying in bed and I reached, I got my snacks out of my.
Well, dude, this is the problem.
He'd go, I get my snacks out of my sheet pockets, and I was like, your sheet pockets? What?
That wouldn't have happened
If you had your sheet
if
pockets.
I had my sheet pockets. That was a non-sheet pack of sheets.
A non-sheet pocket.
If I had someone to store my
my kids
kids.
actual sheets with pockets?
Yes, I'll take a
Have,
picture when I go home
the
tonight.
on the side, so he puts like dip
You
and
have it?
candy
No, I
and
thought that's
cigarettes.
it.
It's like for like
kinda
remote controls, I
genius.
think.
Like,
I don't know.
But he puts whiskey, dip,
It's for
cigarettes.
remote controls. What I use it for my
I
chocolate.
feel with
This
candy.
super thick.
You're a child. I love it.
It's so heavy.
Yeah.
And I've lost so many vape pins behind
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the 3 cheap pins.
Because once they go,
when
they
I
go.
move, there's gonna be like 500 vape
Yeah.
pins. I'll just knock it off.
He's
and be
got
like, well,
sheet pockets like Charlie
Fucking
Kelly.
Yeah, and if I'd had my sheet pocket sheets on that night,
I need
I would
sheet
have known to
pocket
put,
You have to put 'em
my
on?
chocolate. No,
No,
I had a
they-
different pair of sheets on.
Yeah.
And I would have known to put my candy
John,
in my
Listen,
pair.
get go to sleep without your
Fancy
pockets.
radio merch idea.
sheet
Sheet
pockets.
pockets.
We should sell
and another pocket that's made out of like the same thing as like a hand towel. So you also have a
rub your
spot
cum
to.
rag.
Yeah. Well, sure.
I was gonna say you can wipe your hands, but
Well, yeah, no,
too.
we're all saying the same thing, guys.
same
Yeah.
I actually like the sheet pocket idea. That's really
You
good.
ever see
Sheet
the
pockets.
beds with they've got a hole in it so you can cuddle easier?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Put your
That's
arm
weird.
through the bed.
so you're not
So
laying
your
on your
arm
shoulder.
isn't fucking like, you ever do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, but then you get old enough where you realize I'm fucking.
I break my bed.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't break my arm. I roll violently.
Like a hole in the ground.
Yeah, I thrash.
Fight over in bed, and I'm not talking about like sex. I'm talking about him being in his bed is a fucking.
Oh, I know. I slept
Yeah.
next to you at the fucking Super Bowl when we put fucking the office in between our 2 blow-up beds, and then you just fucking would rustle onto my blow-up bed, and then back onto his, and I'd be like,
Dude, sleeping next to me is like being in a mosh pit.
And it's not the quietest thing.
No, it's
I've
it's
seen
a
you-
tranquilized bear.
I've seen him on an.
I heard you all
like
the
the
way
lowest.
downstairs at Newport House. You were on the couch, and I was legit. I think it was 3 stories.
3 stories, yeah.
It's
and I was
insane.
like, what?
No,
the
it's not. It's not human. It's not human, and I don't know what they could even do to stop it. And I can't believe I watched him on an arrow bed with a girl sleeping next to him, and I was like, she's gonna like die. He's gonna like roll on top of her. And like,
She had somehow had the high ground, and so she had the low. It was lower, and I was just rolled over on top. It was like in Seinfeld when Kramer falls asleep on that girl, and she calls the cops.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"When I go to
Yeah,
the cops,"
yeah.
she's like, don't go to the cops, Joe. We'll find out.
He puts him in the East River.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why do you
it's-
smell like sewage? Because I woke up in the river.
the noise I can't even replicate it. It's like
The world's largest cat with a hairball.
It is fucked up.
he's a vile,
Dude,
vile human.
I saw like that throat infection,
and I went to ear, nose, and throat. I don't have it anymore. So I got a new phone, and I somehow
That picture's insane.
But I went to ear, nose,
Oh,
and throat specialist.
I thought you said you don't have a throat infection because you got a new phone.
Yeah.
No,
I was confused on that one too.
Just a constant stream of strep coming from your phone.
But the ear, nose, and throat specialist like puts like a camera like through my nose and it's going down my esophagus, and like he's having like some trouble getting through some stuff, and he just goes. He's like, oh, you snore? And I went, yeah. He goes, bet you do. It's like, oh no.
What?
You found it?
Let me see this.
He's just so gruesome.
Oh yeah, that one's a gross
It's
one.
just like, look at that neck.
Oh, this is when you had a throat infection.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's yeah. He said he looked like Dennis as a sex offender, and I was like,
God.
he's gruesome.
He's literally.
Terrible, dude.
John looks like one of those people that you see at like a sports game that looks like Spider-Man and you send it to him.
Oh my god.
So bad.
Christ.
It's just
Looks like he has
Jesus.
like someone, many people, one some would say, has had sex with this. That is insane.
Gosh.
I just love the caption too. No, it wasn't Kendrick Lamar. Like,
this guy's just talking like he doesn't have a goiter in his head. He's just having a conversation about rappers. Like we're not all thinking what is wrong with this guy.
This guy's about to die.
Does he have a mirror? Has he looked in the mirror this morning?
Oh man.
You have an abscess
Disgusting.
where you just gotta drain it.
I
with a
wish we
towel.
were like live.
It was-
I imagine if you did like a live show with that. Oh my god. You're
The
just
thing
on
was too, it was
stage.
during COVID, so they're like, and I felt fine. So like, how do you feel? I was like, great. But I was in the doctor's, but I had the mask on. So like, and they're like, so what are you here for? I was like, oh, my neck's like all messed up. They're like, all right, but you sound sick. I'm like, I was like, can you like step back? Like, can I just take this mask? You'll know what I'm talking about immediately.
Yeah.
I promise you. The woman's like, at the CMD, she goes like this, and I take it off, and she goes, performed oral sex lately? And I was like, you know I did. And she's like, okay, we'll test for, and she gives me medicine, they give me a shot in the ass, and I leave. And I go, they say if it's not better in 48 hours, go to the hospital. Go to the hospital 48 hours later, had not gotten better at all. And the doctor's like, any reason they're treating you for gonorrhea? I was like, no, they asked me if I performed cunnilingus. I performed cunnilingus, but I didn't have any gonorrhea on me.
Dude, that's what happens like gonorrhea? I didn't know that.
That's
You
just
get
what
disgusting
CityMD
like that?
gives. CityMD's like, you eating a pussy? Yeah, we got no pussy.
It's amazing that I don't remember this at all. Like,
Really? I don't
so
know,
you go
like-
through so much that I just don't remember some of it.
Yeah, he's an endless amount of stories and
Shit
trauma.
just kind of
About once
falls
a
off.
quarter,
Right.
John's
Not
Like,
remember.
that's just
Ill.
part that I don't remember. It's amazing.
The stories that come up, man. Every like couple weeks, he'll say something from his past, and I'm just like, I can't believe this is just coming out now.
He has been doing it for a
It's just
decade.
Nuts.
Do you think he's just a freak?
Yes.
Or like no, but like does everybody have stuff that they go through
He's
and they just don't talk about it?
particularly.
No, he's particularly bad,
nuts.
yeah.
Chap's trying to
He's-
nice stuff.
He's particularly like
I'll tell you a story
reckless.
that last night I was out with the Are You Garbage Boys.
Oh yeah, you were doing some moshing, right?
I went to a punk rock show last night.
Holy shit.
Underground punk rock. You guys
Hell
wouldn't
yeah.
know about it.
No.
And I was
Sure wouldn't.
I was mosh pitting. It was fun.
Really?
Dude, and I was mosh pitting with people who mosh. So I went with Are
I
You
can't
Garbage.
think of something I would want to do less than that.
It was. By the way, if I was drinking last night, I would be in Houston right now.
Oh God, you
No,
would have got.
we were afterwards. They're like, Kippy was like, he's like, dude, I'll get a flight. Just come to Houston in the morning. And if I'd had 2 beers, I'd be in Houston for sure. 100%. But I think if I was drunk and woken up in Houston in a blur,
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go to Houston. All right.
yeah.
But it was my first time ever moshing. Like I was.
Was Foley moshing?
Foley was not moshing.
Because I mean, that's like the Indiana Jones boulders rolling through the fucking crowd.
Foley. We're sitting. Kippy knows like the band, so we're sitting in VIP,
Wow.
and it's like VIP and LPR. Like it's not like VIP, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a little separate section, and Kippy just goes. He's like, man, being with him is like. I feel like I'm not even at like concert with like my friends. I feel like I'm at a concert with my dad, and Foley didn't even miss a beat. I thought he didn't hear us. Foley didn't miss a beat. He just turns around, hits me in the leg. He goes, "So am I taking you home? Or am I picking you up?" But I was
the best.
ripping with T-Bone, who's their producer, and
course,
before the
T-Bone.
show, he asked me. He showed up. Like we met at a bar beforehand,
and it was cold last night. It was really cold.
Yeah.
He showed up in just a t-shirt, and I figured he'd been outside smoking a cigarette or something like that. And I was like, oh, like, where's your jacket? He goes, I didn't bring one. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, I'm a guy who like, I'm a get in the mix guy, so like, I don't want to be sweating. He's like, do you mosh pit? I was like, honestly, I would have told anyone else.
Do you mosh, bro?
I've done it before. I'm telling you, I've never done it because we don't mosh pit the same.
Right, you do, yeah.
And like he's talking about the wall of death, where they just separate the crowd in half and then you just sprint each other like a Braveheart scene.
Like that sounds awful.
It was awesome.
The last thing I want to do was like
Same.
mosh and punch and hit.
By the way, there's like a respect inside the mosh pit.
Oh,
If you
someone-
hit someone, everyone
rules.
stops and they pick them up. It's awesome.
rules?
There's a lot of rules. Yeah, no face.
But there's
right?
also like I felt like I hadn't earned the right to initiate contact. So there were times where I was kind of like alone, being like, someone hit me, someone hit me, someone hit me. 'Cause I
Like
didn't have-
Seven Nation Army started.
I was like, they're not gonna, they're gonna be like, this dude's not one of us. He can't come hit us. We can
Oh,
hit.
you're a total poser.
I was
They
just
knew it.
waiting to
They
get
knew it.
fucking bounced around. It was sick.
And this was like punk rock or like hard
Yeah.
rock, like metal rock.
Punk
type
rock.
shit.
They're called the Menzingers. They're actually a really popular band.
The
but
Men's
they-
Room?
Menzingers.
Oh.
They're like I've told like Robbie Fox was like, dude, how was the Menzos last night or Menzies whatever? Menzies, not Menzies. That's menopause. Menzingers. He asked how the Menzingers were, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Are you sore?
Sore, shin splints, yeah, for sure.
That would take me out, man. I'd be done for like
That
a
sounds
week.
terrifying.
yeah, oh, shin splints like a
Not
motherfucker.
like shoulder.
I don't think that has to do
part of
with
the
it.
body I thought
It's
would be
fucking
sore.
25
yeah.
minutes of this.
All the hopping, yeah.
Like,
You have to hop?
oh, you gotta hop.
Yeah, you can't not.
Well, that's how John.
That's how you mosh. You hop in a mosh.
I thought you hit people in
You
a mosh.
hop and you hit.
beat.
You fucking,
Yeah, but
I think the hop is the universal sign that you're down. You
would
would
get-
mosh.
you would
That
get
is a
eaten
guy
alive.
who will never mosh.
I wasn't ready for it. I'll fucking come here.
Frankie
He's
was
a
breaking
brick
a
wall
mosh
compared
pit.
to you.
John
would
wants-
get-
he just said John wants to get hit.
Frankie would get like fucked in a mosh.
You got a bad elbow because he held a camera for 4 years.
You guys want me to go make pizzas again? Where does this end, right? All right.
Come on.
No, fucking yeah,
I
no.
don't
You
know
got
what to
everyone
do.
be mosh pitting and then you lose me and I'd be fucking naked on all fours in the fucking in the middle, just looking around with a fucking gag in my mouth.
There it is.
he gets that into it. He's like, what a fucking gag you have. A bunch of big dicks around me.
Like a dog, like someone's fucking knocking on the door. Just like,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
everything by.
I don't know.
So it's not just KC Radio. I think you just.
Being around them.
Yeah.
Being around a bunch of hot guys.
By the way, I have messaged Hot Dude.
Oh, you messaged him?
Hot Dude is making a video for us.
He is?
Yes.
Is that the dude that was Is that the dude that was with Trump?
That
guy cracked me
Have you
up,
seen this
dude.
guy, Jeremy Cohen?
That guy's not real.
He's the hottest
He's
dude to
famous.
ever
I've
live.
seen
He's
him
not like
before.
the
He's Paulina's like
19-year-old
best friend. Right, he's definitely in that world, and they're friends. And he definitely has always looked hot, but he's never looked as hot as he has.
He's gay, right?
Wait,
I don't know. I think
what?
so.
Who is that guy?
He's I think
No,
he's,
but I think that we came to that conclusion because of how much he hangs out with Paulina.
He looks
It would be
fake.
unacceptable
Yeah,
to
it's
the
like a hair-
point where he's so
Oh yeah,
hot.
if
Might
he
be.
was straight
He's
Dustin
very
Johnson, I'd have a problem with
DJ
that.
would
Yeah,
never be
he's
able
fucking
to.
unbelievable.
Absolutely.
I mean, she
Alright.
goes on
Is he
vacations with him to
straight
like
gay?
Mykonos. It's
Yeah.
fucking,
He is gay.
Yes.
They always
He has to be because
Has to be.
Yes, he
DJ
is.
would murder the guy.
I understand what you're saying, but like, do we know?
Yes.
No.
No, he's gay.
Even if you're Dustin Johnson, you don't let your wife hang out
Oh, yeah.
with a guy that
They
hangs
go
out.
to like
He's like
our video.
they go to like Bora
Said,
Bora
"This is too
together
good, I
and they
can't get
post like
over it." Where
selfies
I-
in bed. It's like that's a
He's like
problem,
cute
dude. If he's
He's like, but like,
yeah.
honestly, I thought I went over the
Well,
top. Where like he wasn't
the
gonna
biggest
like
ruse
it.
of all time.
Because I'm like zooming on his eyes so I can come.
Legend.
Yeah, it
And
was
he
a lot.
reposted it, being
It
like, I
was-
love this guy.
It was a lot. So I said he's got to make
That's a big
a
compliment. I mean, imagine how unbelievable you'd feel if that happened. If like
Wait, you
I saw
actually do that?
his
Was that-
eyes, I
You
almost
actually do
came.
that?
Like I'd be like,
make a video.
oh my god.
people saw a picture of you in the street.
we posted a clip of
Sorry,
his radio
dude.
and he posted.
Why would you do that? We were having a good time.
What do you say?
He said when people saw the picture of you, I think he's talking about the sweater one that shrinks.
That was like
the worst photo of
that
anyone
picture
ever.
was like Bert's balls.
What's the sweater one?
That bit,
The
you
one where
never
me,
seen?
you, Liz, and Keith.
Oh, that did the dinner.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Bro, bring it up, dude.
Have you
Bring
seen
it
this
up.
picture?
Every time somebody
Oh my
brings
God.
it up,
I'm
then it
gonna
goes
say
right back to the top of the
ugly
Google algorithm.
Uncle Chad.
So Jordan's never
What
seen
a
this
job
picture.
where we get to research, like we can Google stuff like this. Like,
Tell me
hey,
again,
what's
bro.
my best friend look like ugly?
You know what's tough? You know what's
Chad.
tough? You know what's tough is this one comes up and it's not. You know what Chad cheating his beard was the worst idea. That's it. Yeah.
Jordan, I don't need
She goes, "Is that him?" Is this the sweater thing?
Can't be real, dude. Can't be real.
Everyone do your best to
I
recreate
know
it.
everybody's yucking it up. That's what depression looks like. That is what depression looks like.
This man has a purple heart.
Yes, thank you, Connor.
Stop
laughing at him.
No way, dude.
When I came out of that restaurant, I looked at Liz and I was like, why would you do that?
Uncle
I was like,
Chaz
what
is
the
taking
fuck is
grounders at third base.
Oh, that's because the picture. That's because the picture of Pablo Sandoval came out. I'm not making fun of how bad Pablo Sandoval was, and you had said something about the name Trent on your radio show, so I made a Pablo Sandoval. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I
I
love
didn't need to pile on.
you. You know I love you.
No way.
Why is this happening?
When Dave first saw the picture of you with no beard, I mean, it was like Christmas morning for him. That was
When they were trying
Why
to
did you shave your beard?
I don't, this guy Boris, he's
what?
he's from Belarus, and he asked. I went to go get just a haircut, and he said, "Do you want me to shave? Do you want me to trim you and shave your face?"
Wait. All right, everyone has to do this. Everyone Google worst picture of yourself.
Yeah, we all.
This
we all
one's,
got
that one's mine. It's also really tough when it comes in
Lot of
as,
titties.
when it comes in as an autofill.
a lot of titties there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
of
not
tits.
good.
My
Well,
goodness.
I mean, I have the fat
Are these
face
are Google
photo.
images?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's not.
They're, like
That's-
once you've
It's
worked
bad
there for a
for
bit,
you,
there's just
you know
a
what I mean?
million
Oh
bad
my
pictures.
God.
These are
of
objectively
you that
horrific
fly around.
humans.
Like your worst moment is what will get the most clicks by far.
I gotta get me in
Yeah,
those
I mean, I got
Patriot
mine.
shorts.
I don't have
Dude,
my
what?
phone.
The one with Whitney Cummings is one of them.
Which one's yours?
That's just my nipples are out.
yeah.
What's it with your mugshot?
I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That's a low like.
That was when he like
low
first
moment
kind of
for your,
started
like,
working.
yeah,
He went to
pictures
go
objectively
celebrate
fine.
and got super drunk.
It's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not. You're not gonna hang it on the wall.
Did you?
And you know,
David
As
said
far
the
as
only way
mugshots
he gets
go,
away with it
Trent,
is if he was in jail.
Yeah.
As far as mugshots go, that's not
Because he
Oh my
didn't have any
God.
blogs
I've seen
going
much
up,
worse
and he
mugshots.
like called
It's
his
pretty
friends
bad,
while
yeah.
he was in jail. He's like,
Pretty bad.
yeah, no, Trent murdered
Wow.
a man.
Yeah.
He killed the guy.
Yep.
Beat him to death.
I can't
got
picture you
off
going
for
to
good
jail.
still hasn't been on Rumpleman stint.
What's
I
that?
can't picture you going to jail.
It happened.
I said bad boy life. You don't know about that.
That was a while ago.
It's so funny.
It was important though. I feel like you wouldn't be where you are today if you didn't get arrested like
I
that.
agree.
Because I remember we were like, oh God, Trent's gonna get fired, and it was like, no, Trent's gonna get a fucking promotion.
It's the
Kidding me?
maybe the one job in the world where that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like getting a public intox.
Right. What,
Did you
let me
pull
see
your fat face
your
Oh,
picture?
I can't find it for some reason.
Yeah, my
I don't know.
It's your contact picture on my phone.
Oh wait,
Why don't you
Frankie,
pull it?
call me.
No way.
No, really? Pops
Call
up.
me.
No way.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you've been on the internet for too long.
There it is.
Like no matter how,
dude. That's
no matter what you
insane.
look like, eventually there's just horrible
That's
pictures of you.
insane.
Oh man, it takes up the whole screen.
Right.
Fucking.
But
No
with
way.
Uncle Chad, you look great now.
Thank you.
You look great.
I'm trying to pull up.
Yeah, you had a glow up.
Yeah, you almost need to have the as long as the pictures, the ugly pictures are in the past, it's actually a good
Like
thing.
all the
for
old
people.
pictures of like you and Dave, like you guys used
Yeah,
to
Dave
cut your
had a
own
huge glow
hair.
up. Yeah. But, I
There
mean,
it is.
Dave cutting his own hair and then being like surprised that he had bad hair. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't. It's just no way that's me, man.
The dimples are crazy.
Frankie, what year was
salted
this?
meats.
This was like 8 months ago.
That was New Year's Eve.
She
That
said,
was
what
a
year
lot of
was this?
salted. That was a season.
That was
worth
New
of
Year's
salted
Eve.
meats.
That was New Year's Eve?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was December.
If that facial hair wasn't there, just
Bro.
that
Someone
facial
said no. Someone said that little piece of hair was the only thing separating my teeth to my nipples.
She said, what year was that, Frankie? It was like 6 weeks ago.
Bro, look how fat I was.
I just couldn't stop eating prosciutto. It's good. Seriously.
Dude, my pregame Islanders ritual was I would go and get a quarter pound of prosciutto and eat it in my car before the Islanders.
God.
I wouldn't even tweet it out. It wasn't even
That was Brandon's
It
own
was a
moment.
bit, you just did it.
Yeah. Dude, my steering wheel had just like grease on it. I'd be at a stop sign, most people are chewing on fucking like candy or gum. I was going like this.
Bro, most people are chewing on
Most people don't have full deals when they're driving. Eating when they're driving.
Imagine getting in a car accident, like you hit someone. Like,
Prosciutto?
why didn't
Oh,
you
yeah.
turn the wheel? It's like,
Salted meat.
I don't know.
Yo,
He's trying to turn it. It's like slipping.
my buddy got in a car accident once. Flipped his car, and
Why would you laugh?
Why are we laughing about this?
fine now. And it was like an early Sunday morning, and the cops asked him if he'd been drinking. And instead of saying, no, I'm on the way to my nephew's lacrosse game, I was just jellying my bagel. He went, well, I did last night. And let them give him like the field sobriety test and stuff. Because he thought that
He
was
was
in-
jellying a bagel in the car
He was
while
jellying
driving?
a bagel and driving with his knee or something like that.
Do you think that was less embarrassing
He thought,
than
he's like, I'll just pass the breathalyzer rather than have to actually deal with what it was.
flip the car?
Dude, you make some ridiculous videos, by the way, when you're driving. It seemingly you're just not looking at the road.
Whatever.
I don't think. I think once you've been driving for longer than 10 years, you no longer have to look.
It's like, I drive with my knees.
I have no idea when I'm driving across town, like how I got there.
That was a scary moment when you look up and you're like, wait, how did I get to this
I
side?
don't know if I've been looking down.
I drove from
Yeah.
Florida to South Carolina and was like, holy shit, a Bojangles. How did I get here?
Sometimes you take a little nap, too. I don't know. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, oh boy, I've been driving.
That's the best part
could've
about
been like
driving
that.
at night. Like, you don't know what's going on.
Get some good shut eye.
I interrupted.
Never had more peaceful sleep than banging down 95.
I am guaranteeing you.
It puts you to sleep. It's like a little rocket.
What do you think cruise control's for?
You can take it to the bank. I will die falling asleep at the wheel.
Damn, that's dark.
Oh, I hope
not.
this happens.
Brother, we're gonna run that back.
Bro, oh.
We're gonna run that back.
Yeah. I'll make merch out of that. You know I'm gonna make some money on your back.
I am gonna.
I'll give the kids some, don't worry. But
I swear to God, I'm gonna retire from driving at like 50, because I am already like when I get in a car, the droning, the sound, the road. I don't know. I'm like, and I'm young. Once I'm old, I'm gonna have to legit retire from driving because I will
dude.
fucking be dead.
Wow.
Fuck.
So.
Well, once you get that money, you'll have a driver.
I was thinking that. I was like, I need to make enough money that I never have to drive again.
Yeah.
Someone else has to do it for me. My
That's
little
what I was
assistant,
saying the
my
other
little
day.
like pick me.
If you have that much money, traveling becomes a breeze because you don't have to worry about somebody else comes gets your clothes. Like if I was super rich and I'd be like, I want to go to Greece today. They'd be like, have all my shit there when I get there. And it's already like in
That's
your
like
hotel
next
room.
level rich.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
gonna
would
be
be
that rich, bro.
incredible.
I'm not gonna have that kind of money. That's
That's
very
like,
rare.
yeah,
This is mine. Fuck you.
like Kardashians can be.
Speaking
that.
of Kardashians,
Bro, what is what? Go ahead.
Can't find.
I don't
are you
get
gonna
it.
talk? What don't you get?
Don't talk shit about Pete Davidson.
Right.
I would
Thank
never
you.
personally.
Pete Davidson is funny, has a big dick.
Attractive.
Is he?
Yes.
All right, I'm
He's
He's
like my
tall.
number one.
That's
you know what?
weird. There
Dude,
are
that's the
girls, but
ultimate-
it's weird. I think that's weird, but there's a lot of girls who say that.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson was
Him and Jack
5'6".
Harlow.
He's not attractive.
Do you think he has
No
butthole
fucking
eyes?
kidding. Yeah, if you take a tall guy
saying
and
his
he's
face.
short, he's not attractive.
No,
Butthole
I'm
eyes?
saying his face is
No, I
kind of weird looking. No.
don't.
Well, he's got
You
the
don't?
butthole eyes. But
Only
yeah.
with blonde hair, with like brown hair, whatever. I
He
wasn't that
definitely has
attracted to him.
butthole eyes.
You think he's attractive because everyone thinks he's attractive?
No, it's because he's funny. He's
Angsty.
nice. Yeah, he has
Got
blonde
that
hair,
brooding,
bleach
like-
blonde
yeah.
hair.
He's like a rock star. He's not a rock star.
He has tats everywhere.
It's kind of the same
I
thing as
love it.
Machine Gun Kelly.
What?
Not for long.
He's getting rid of him.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to
know,
talk about it. I
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
He's
It's too
tired.
much
He likes
work
doing
to-
movies and he hates coming
to
to
put him
me.
on.
Did you see DeStefano on Wendy Williams? And I was talking about how he's bombing on.
I
Wendy Williams?
didn't.
Bro, so,
I,
so Chrissy D went on Wendy Williams with Whitney Cummings. She was covering for Wendy. And he's on this panel with two other girls and Whitney, and they're doing like the entertainment round table. And he's like, why the fuck am I even here? I don't know. So it starts off, they're talking about Rebel Wilson, who says she's sick of people talking about how she lost weight rather than talking about her movie and her acting ability. And Chris is like, I like people better when they're fat. Like, I think Adele sings better when she's fat. I think this girl acts better when she's fat. People should be fat. And the audience filled with women are kind of like, so he told me, he's like, yo, go watch on YouTube. I bombed. I turn up, they cut it out of the YouTube. They just cut the whole thing out. Then They talk about Travis Barker. Travis Barker? Yes. He got Shannon Oakler's tattoo removed.
Yeah.
So he had his
Travis Barker.
ex-girlfriend's tattoo removed for Courtney. And Chris says something like, I'm telling this guy right now, he should scan his whole body, find out any other girls' names, because next time it's not going to be getting tattoo removed. She's going to chop his body parts off, and he's going to come out here looking like a Civil War veteran. And the crowd was like, it was unreal. And then the last line was like, they were joking about the woman who was on the panel was like, you guys, like, stand-up comedy is like too hard for me. I would call it sit-down comedy because I can't be standing up all the time. And Whitney's like, oh my God. Somebody said, yeah, standing up takes its toll on my knees 10 years into my career.
Standing up is harder than walking. Let's call it that. Let's
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
Yeah, staying stationary. But then Chris goes, 10 years into Whitney's career, her knees were killing her too. and Whitney was like, oh, shit! She's like, we're all gonna get fired for this. And Chris said, he was like, I'm used to being on a podcast with somebody want. It's wild.
A podcast with gay people.
Yeah, Chrissy Chaos. Chaos is the opportune word for it. Yeah. So, all right, let's wrap it up here.
Get to Barstool Bites.
Barstool Bites to get all your food. You can download the app, Barstool Bites. Order all your favorite Barstool personalities. Have all their different foods.
I recommend, which I didn't get to eat, the salads for the dip. The buffalo chicken dip is fire. We got the
Spinach artichoke.
Kevin Francis Clancy chicken wings are delicious.
Get it, Barstool Bites. Thanks for watching Friday Night Pints. Make sure you click on the bell icon below to keep up with notifications, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Strong drinks, full pints, can't lose.
Can't lose.